What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lieutenant Nathaniel Flint of the Landship Scorpius, and today is another Rivet Wars update. That's apparently all I have time to do now. If I end up sounding a little sick, forgive me. I am definitely on the tail end of something, but it still got me. There's been a few updates. We've had a few things, so I thought I would do a video on it, but the biggest one is good news over the last 3 updates. They've confirmed that all the pledges are now at least on a boat. The shipping process has begun. So everything appears to be heading out. They have little areas that you can click to try to track your boat for your region. So EU was the last one out. And then we have US, Australia, UK, and Canada. I will also say that the Asian countries are already reporting fulfillment. There's a few people who have already gotten their pledge. I know one person was from Singapore. That's amazing. Great to see it. If you got your pledge, be sure to share. Remember to use hashtags so that other Rivet Wars fans can find your stuff. So hashtag Rivet Wars, hashtag Rivet Wars Reloaded. Helps us find your stuff, your paints, your pictures of your games. Even if we can't speak your language, we love to see it. So as I am in the US, this place wants me to pay to view it. So it hasn't updated for 8 days. It wants me to pay for that. But it's on its way. In theory, it should be sometime in July that it reaches the shores, and then hopefully not too long after that, the shipping center. So for most people, give or take, it appears fulfillment should be August. Some people might get late July, and it could go into August. There's a small chance it could go into September, depending on where you live. So I have already started prep work to basically take a week off from work when it arrives. So sometime in August, that'll happen. And we will deep dive into Rivet Wars. But if you have a pledge coming along, it should be on its way. Hopefully August, at the latest, hopefully early September. Fingers crossed. But with the announcement that Kickstarter fulfillments are on their way, we got something else, and that's kind of what this video is about as well. Rivet Wars Reloaded is now open for pre-orders. If you missed the Kickstarter, or if you backed out of the Kickstarter after years of delays, and you want to make sure that you can get your copy of stuff, it's available for pre-order now. I believe the pre-order shipping suggestion says September, late September is when pre-orders are expected to start going out. I don't see it here, but I think I looked at it earlier. So if you want to pre-order stuff, now is the time. And I thought it would be cool to do a really quick rundown of what the pre-orders are, at least for the US dollars, for the US section that my area is considered, because we have all of the stuff that you can get. So why don't we just quickly jump in? So first we have Rivet Wars Battle of Rivet. This is the core game box. We've talked about this to death on this channel, but I'm showing here it's $119. It's $120 US dollars for the pre-order. And it comes with all this stuff. We've talked it to death what actually comes with the pre-order. Do notice that this is $120. Unlike the Kickstarter, this is not Battle of Rivet and the Vanguard expansion. This is just Battle of Rivet. The Vanguard expansion is what they say should be your next expansion. This will help round out and complete the Rivet Wars core experience. This adds, again, a little bit of extra stuff, a little bit of extra tanks, some heroes, and of course the alternate infantry. This is $100 on its own. With that $100 though, you're getting a bunch of miniatures. You're getting 20 miniatures that are, most of which are unique. Of course, they added a Vert tank and a Landskrieger to the base set to help you get that stuff. In return, 2 of the cavalry are actually in this. So in order to get a full flight of cavalry, you should really consider getting this. So there'll be a rocket cycle, and that there'll also be a second Vert tank and Landskrieger in this box, but there'll also be another tank for the allies with the boss tank. And then, of course, the great equalizer, the Sturmrad mono wheel. Great support unit for the Blight. But there's also the alternate infantry, which now have alternate stats. And with those little extra boosts that they get to their stats, I think there's more of a reason to play them now, not just because they look so good. So that's pretty awesome. We will keep going down the line with the Aerial Aces expansion. This, of course, is the planes. This is $120 for the pre-order. And this is all of the planes and air units, as well as 2 anti-aircraft ground units. I believe they're considered support. I don't think they're considered tanks. But they're 2 anti-aircraft ground units that are pluggable. And they come with a ground plug each that is anti-aircraft focused, so that you can put it on any of your stuff. They also come with 2 air-only plugs and all this stuff. Keep in mind that unlike the Battle of Brighton, that this is kind of reloading, Aerial Aces comes with 2 air heroes, which were previously Kickstarter exclusive that you had to track down on eBay. So you will be getting Remy Funk and, of course, the Baron as a part of this box set. Awesome. Honestly, as someone who's played a lot of Rivet Wars, the air units really up the game. It really can help make the game feel fresh. If you played a lot, it can turn a typical game into one that is just pure chaos. It is an amazing expansion to add to your collection. And next up, we have the 2 reinforcement boxes. So we have the Allied Reinforcements box, which is $100. And this adds loads of units from various other Rivet Wars Classic expansions. So this is the units from Spearhead from Classic. This is Heavy Metal from Classic. This is War Room from Classic. This is the Kickstarter exclusive, very elusive Plague Trooper and Clockwork Soldier that was only there. They are added into this. So it is an amazing collection of units. As you can see, it is the massive heavy tanks with 2 plug slots. It is a lot of heroes, so different supports, but also hero units here. That's a bunch of their plugs, if they come with it, and a new plug. These plug bases, which have new rules that will make them a little bit more useful in most games. Other units like the Mountaineers. We have the Handlers and their dogs, which I'm not a huge user of, but I have been punished for that in the past. People who like dogs and can utilize them well, they have a way of really changing the battlefield. And of course, those Clockwork Soldiers there. So this is a lot of bang added to your allies. And then the Blight is the same story I just said. $100 for the Blight reinforcements, and it's the same thing. It's adding the same stuff, but the Blight side. So we're looking at Heavy Metal with a tank. We're looking at a ton of heroes, hero plugs, and we're looking at dogs and the plug things and the plague troopers. So we're seeing a lot of things for the blight side as well. Of course, for your gaming group, I would say that you probably shouldn't get just one and make it entirely unfair for the other side. So to get them both together, that's a $200 value. And another thing we have, I'm on the Steamforge Games website. I've also seen Rivet Wars popping up for pre-orders on other gaming sites, so that's super excited to see it return to retail. But these ones here are the retail releases of Rivet Wars Reloaded. But since I'm on Steamforge Games website specifically, we can see that they have an area that they mark Steamforge Games exclusive. Now, these are the Kickstarter exclusives that they have overages for. They are very open about these are while supplies last. So this isn't exactly an assumption, but let's just take a look at them while supplies last. And who knows, maybe they'll restock them at some point and keep them Steamforge Games exclusive. I definitely have hopes for that. But for now, let's see the while supplies last pre-orders. So this is the Rivet Wars Nemoan Breachers expansion. This is the Nemoan expansion. This is quite possibly, if you've missed out on the Kickstarter, you want to get your hands on this. It is $135. This comes with the entire Nemoans expansion on its own. This is a rule book with scenarios and things. This is all of their miniatures, so many tanks and their version of air units, so the mechs and cavalry, loads of them, support, all of these infantry, all of these little guys, all their heroes and plugs and everything. Oh, it's so much. Their cards for Colossus, so for solo mode. It appears it comes with little dice, their little flags for the upgraded terrain if you need that. So it is absolutely crazy, but yeah, all of this will come together. It is a big boy. It is going to be quite possibly the biggest box that they have shipping, just because this definitely has the most models in it. It is insane. Does that say it? 53 miniatures, all the wooden tokens. The metal coins are included in this. So this just has everything. If it was Nemoan based, they didn't have a different one for upgrades or anything. If it's Nemoan based, it is in this box. So it is a beefy boy. This is going to be probably the hardest one to find when supplies run out, and it's an entire faction on its own. It is their Jules Verne, Atlantis, Greek-inspired faction. It is amazing, truly amazing. It's what I'm the most excited to jump into when we get it, because it is Rivet Wars Reloaded has a lot of new, and it is reloading the game, so there's a lot of new to dive into when we get it. This is the newest of the new, is an entire new faction. So I absolutely need to say this looks amazing. Can't wait to jump into it. The next up is Little Gunnar Hammerson. He was a little Kickstarter exclusive treat for the Kickstarter. He is a neutral unit, and they kind of changed up how they did neutral units. So he actually has different stats depending on what faction he's being used for. So it is one model, but you will get 3 different stat cards. He's showing up as $15. The next up that we have for Kickstarter exclusive, or SFG, is the Component Upgrade Pack. So this is the special faction dice. That's the one not in the base set. So this is Allied and Blight centric dice. This is the metal coins. And these are the wooden tokens for everything that has tokens in the game. This is showing up as $40. And it is a way to upgrade all the components and get 2 sets of dice. If you use dice for other tabletop, they are D6s, 4 D6s, and then 1 D8, which is for deviation and Rivet Wars. So I'm going to be making a lot of use out of these dice, not just for Rivet Wars, but it'll be nice to have a lot of D6s and D8s for my D&D stuff. Next up, we have the Rivet Wars Veteran Upgrade Pack. So if you're new to Rivet Wars, you just jumped in, or if you're an old fan looking into Rivet Wars Reloaded because you got it so long ago, if you have any of classic Rivet Wars, what this small box does is upgrade your classic Rivet Wars to Rivet Wars Reloaded. So this is just the reload. So it's all the paper of the game. So it'll come with the new tiles. It'll come with stat cards. So you'll get all the stats for them. It'll come with the rules and scenarios. It'll come with the solo mode. It'll come with all the paper. And then it's the new base set Allied and Blight plugs that they added to the game. So these are the new Reloaded plugs that are in the core box, the heroes there. So it's including them. Oh, I thought they were also including some Clockwork and some Plague Troopers. I don't see that here, so I'm not going to say that. So it is, it's all the things. So it's 190 cards, it's 28 tiles, it's 141 tokens. So it's all the new tokens as well. 6 hero plugs is what they're saying is included. Upgrade Rivet Wars Reloaded experience. Expand the Rivetverse with 600. And it will include all the stuff. So it's no models of the classic Rivet Wars. It assumes you have them. And that will include any of the expansions for the classic. This is all the stats and paper that you would need for classic Rivet Wars, minus the things that didn't get reloaded. So the Kickstarter exclusive heroes from classic Rivet Wars, not included. Well, asterisk. But most of the things, especially the retail things for Rivet Wars that you can find, and you don't want to buy the full of the Nor game, this is just $50. So this is mostly paper with a few of the plugs. Again, while supplies last. So if you picked up Rivet Wars, or if you had the classic that you've had for a while and you only wanted just the new stuff, that is for you. And then of course it wouldn't be a Rivet Wars Kickstarter if it didn't have 3D terrain. So this is the Rivet Wars upgrade terrain upgrade pack. This includes if it's anything like classic Rivet Wars ones, which it looks almost identical. I don't want to say that because I know they updated a lot of the models for Reloaded, so I assume it's upgraded, but I'm assuming it's plastic. It looks close. So this is like a bunker. This is the strategic objectives with plastic flags to put in. It's got the barbed wire that'll be 3D. You've got the minefield, and you've got the tank traps that are 3D. And it just looks a little better on the board. This is $45. Honestly, if you didn't get it in the Kickstarter and you are going to be playing a lot of Rivet Wars, or if you bought a lot of expansions already, these are awesome. And in really big games, when you run out of terrain to put down, it's kind of nice to just have extra terrain because it just gives it that little pop. And at the moment, this is Rivet Wars that we have. It is back to retail. It is on point, and there's some new stuff to track down. Now, again, Steamforged game exclusive is basically Kickstarter exclusive. Their overages, they did plan to have some overages, but in the end, they are just overages. So they are while supplies last, only sold through Steamforged games directly. So if Preorders wipes them out, that's it. It's over. So as unlikely as that'll be for everything on here, my money will be if you missed out and you are interested in diving into Rivet Wars. You do not want to miss out on these Nemoans, and you probably don't want to miss out on Gunnar Hammerson. I really like his stats. He looks really cool. But those are the things that are likely to become extremely difficult to find once they are out. But all the rest of this is a part of the game. So awesome, cannot wait. And that's basically the end of this video. It's on its way. I'm making plans to basically record when it arrives. And if you missed out, pre-orders are live now. So with that, that's basically it for this video. I've got some ideas for recording some non-Rivet Wars content. I would really like to get those done, especially when I'm not sick. And I really want to record at least a few of them and start the editing process before Rivet Wars comes, because when it comes, this is basically a Rivet Wars channel, as is now. It's going to only get worse when Rivet Wars gets here. So I do want to sneak some non-Rivet Wars videos in before it arrives. But that's it. Let me know down in the comments. Are you excited to get your... But hey, did you get your pledge? Like, awesome. Please share pictures, videos of your games. Remember to hashtag Rivet Wars. Share your stuff in. We have an official Rivet Wars Facebook group. There is Board Game Geek, where the official forums are. There's also Steamforged Games has the official Discord for them, where there's an entire Rivet Wars channel. We could really use your positivity, talking about your game, showing it off in there. We also have the fan Discord channel, where we definitely need everything. Your paints, your game rundowns, how your reviews of the factions, how you feel it plays, questions, answers. We also have the Rivet Wars Reddit. We have Rivet Wars everywhere. If you're on Instagram, Blusky, anywhere else where hashtags will help you find other Rivet Wars fans, be sure to hashtag, because that will help us immensely in sharing your pictures and your experiences and liking them as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. With that, I'm going to end it here. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And get ready to get in the fight.